Start the webinar in a couple of seconds. I'm just doing a little bit of housekeeping over here, going live on the different channels that we have. Okay, just a few more clicks and we're gonna get started. Hello, hello. Now we are going live on Facebook, YouTube, and over Zoom. I am super excited to be right in front of you with another exciting webinar, a webinar that is gonna guide you on the right path towards home ownership. My name is Jerry Torres. I am a mortgage loan originator with Vision One, which is a direct lending company. You know, what does direct lending mean? It means that we use private money to be able to fund the loans and provide you with a fast and efficient service. Welcome to the webinar. This webinar is for you. If you're looking to buy a house today or in the near future and you don't know where to start, we have a solid real estate market. 96% of the experts in real estate, of some reputable experts, are predicting real estate will continue going up anywhere between 2 to 5% this year, probably slowing just a little bit. Probably not 5%, somewhere in the 3%. Interest rates are projected to keep going up. So if you're still on the sidelines from making the decision to buy a house, this is the right time for you to lock in on your mortgage payment so that it never, ever, ever, ever goes up if you buy with a 30-year fix. Good or good? So this webinar is for you if you want to buy a house and you think you don't have enough money to buy. We're going to go over some sexy programs, some really attractive programs that would let you buy a property with 0% down. Good or good? This webinar is for you if you want to buy or refinance a house or an investment and you cannot prove your income. Believe it or not, I don't need to see your income taxes in some cases in order to pre-qualify you for a house. Good or good? Okay, so today, in a nutshell, what are we going to be discovering? We're going to be discovering how to buy a house with down payment assistance from the state of California. Believe it or not, yes, you don't have, we're going to show you how to buy a house receiving assistance from the government. I'm going to show you a unique and interesting way of even financing a good chunk of the closing costs so you're coming up with little out of pocket. Good or good? We're going to show you how to buy a house even if you have no papers. I mean, no green card. I'm going to show you how to do that even only if you have an ITIN number. I'm going to show you how certain borrowers with certain occupations are also eligible to buy a house obtaining down payment assistance from the state of California. So stay tuned. And if you stick to your seat at the end of the webinar, I'm going to show you how you can get a $25 gift card from Home Depot. So let's dive into the content. I will teach you as much as I can. I only have 30 minutes. That's my goal. 30 minutes. I want to show you as much as possible. And the good news is that at the end of this webinar, I'm going to show you how you can take it further with us by booking a no obligation 30-minute free consultation. All right. A little bit about myself. I've been in the business for over 16 years. I've done different aspects of real estate. I started as a real estate agent. Then I moved on to becoming a full-blown loan officer. I've done rehabs, I've done flips, I've done wholesale. So pretty much you're talking to someone that has very good knowledge. I mean, I cannot say I know it all. That would be impossible. But when it comes to real estate, I am the man. I am happily married. I almost for 16 years. So my life partner has been my business partner as well. We have two beautiful kids. Thank God, you know, they're growing. My daughter, she's about to go into kindergarten. I have already enrolled her in a great school. She's gonna be learning Chinese, English, and Spanish too. Good or good? All right. So I love educating. I started hosting live classes, but then I realized that everything is migrating to the internet, and I realized that I can reach more people by having live webinars, and that's why I'm here. So my job is to educate you so that you lose the fear, you are able to make a smart decision when it comes to buying a house. Very good. All right. A lot of people can find the home buying process a little bit scary. Certainty, doubt, because they don't know where to start. Many people think that they cannot buy a house because their FICO is 580. Believe it or not, you can buy even with a 580 FICO. And a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions when it comes to credit. They define bad credit when it's okay credit. So that's the purpose of this webinar, to debunk a lot of the myths and a lot of the misconceptions when it comes to the home buying process. Some benefits of home ownership. Homeowners, they enjoy many benefits. Number one, equity. Properties have been going up for the past, I would say, 10 years, anywhere between 5%, some areas even more than that. So the equity, when you buy a house that you intend to occupy, you can cash out. I mean, you can earn up to $500,000 if you're married and $250,000 if you're single. Those could be your capital gains. And guess what? You don't pay a penny out of pocket. That is, if you're living on the property 2 out of 5 years. Good or good. So show me a way that you can have that kind of gain and not pay taxes. It's going to be really tough. So the profits are yours to keep. There are many tax benefits. So you enjoy appreciation. And guess what? Depending on your tax bracket, you might even be able to deduct up to $750,000 in taxes, in interest. Good or good. Now, a lot of the things that we're going to be going over tonight, they are tax related, they are legal related. So my advice to you is always consult with a professional, okay? Upgrades. When you make upgrades to your house, something called the cost basis increases. So the cost basis is your purchase price. And then anything that you're starting at, any repairs to the property, when you sell the property, you might be able to pay less in taxes when, again, any of the repairs done to the property. Talk to your CPA. All right. And a lot of people, they see buying properties as a way of building wealth. As a matter of fact, 90% of the millionaires out there, they have become millionaires by investing in real estate. So do you want to be a millionaire? Just pick a good strategy and it's totally doable. Okay. So what are the key players in the home buying process? Number one, numero uno, a loan officer or mortgage loan originator. That would be me. My job is to pre-qualify you so that you know exactly what your mortgage payment will be, and so that you know exactly what is your buying power, how much you qualify for. And guess what? If you submit the paperwork and we start working on the pre-qualification process and something doesn't add up, my job is to educate you, to give you a plan, whether it be a 30-day plan, a 90-day plan, a 6-month plan, or even a 2-year plan. My team and I, we're here to help you, to educate you so that you can become a homeowner sooner than later. Once I have you pre-qualified, my job is to give what is called a pre-approval letter and a desktop underwritten approval to an agent. I'm actually going live on different agent pages right now. So if you're watching me live on any of my Realtor partners pages, talk to them, talk to me. Just let me know which page you watch me so that I can give the approval to that agent. Good or good. Also, once we find a property and we open escrow, you're going to have to contact your insurance agent. The job of the insurance agent is to secure not only the dwelling of the property, but also you can opt out to get liability insurance, homeowners protection. Again, talk to your insurance agent, but there are many ways to protect not only the dwelling, but the property, people, third-party people, just in case they get hurt. Again, title and escrow is super crucial when it comes to buying a house. What are those two entities? Title ensures that the seller is actually the seller, okay? So they want to make sure, they want to identify. So this is nothing like, buying a property like, I'm going to say TJ and below, right? Where you took the cash And that wasn't the actual owner. This doesn't happen here in the United States. And escrow is a third-party company that is going to ensure buyer has the money or the loan, seller has the title of the property, the deed, everything looks good, consummates and closes the deal, escrow closes, you get your keys, you can start painting the property whichever color you want, doing your upgrades and make it your own home. Also, during the home buying process, you're going to have a home inspector. The job of the home inspector is once your agent finds you the property and you go into escrow, one of the first people that you want to talk is the home inspector, and they're going to make sure that everything looks good, foundation, roof, that the pipe is good, that the electrical, that even the outlets are grounded. That is the job of the home inspector. And what happens if the property needs work? That is the job of your agent to negotiate, to go back to the homeowner, get a discount, get some credit repair. And the good news is inventory has risen a little bit. So you are on a good position if you want to buy, because now you might be able to get away with getting concessions. I'm talking closing costs or even house repairs. So I am super excited about what's happening on the market right now and the opportunities that home buyers have. All right. And the appraiser, who's the appraiser? It's an individual that is going to make sure that when the property you're buying, it's actually worth the sales price. Okay. What happens if the property doesn't appraise? Again, that's why you have a strong agent to negotiate for you to go back and get the price reduced or do some win-win negotiating with the seller. The job of your agent is to protect your best interest. I would never advise that you go and write the offer with the listing agent, because guess who's paying the listing agent? The seller. So use a good agent in order to represent you to avoid any pitfall. Okay, so how does the home buying process start? Number one, my job and my team and I is to get you pre-approved. Then you're gonna sit down with your agent. You're probably gonna go through the MLS, cherry pick 2 or 3 properties that matches your criteria, and then you're gonna go with your agent, and the agent is gonna help you see those houses. Okay. Once they have secured the property, they have an offer accepted. That's the job. Again, my job to get you to get everything square away when it comes to the pre-qualification process, because we have 17 days to remove what is called a loan contingency that protects you when buying a house, that you can walk anytime should anything happen. That's why we want to start doing our due diligence as a mortgage loan originator from the beginning, so that you avoid any pitfall. Okay, so your agent, again, depending on the property condition and the terms, if something is needed to be negotiated in between, they're going to assist you with that. Okay, they're going to, once we open escrow, coordinate the appraisal, do any repairs, or ask the homeowner, the seller, to do any repairs if needed. And at the end of the day, you're going to be signing the loan doc. Okay. So when it comes to loan programs, not all loan programs are created equal. Depending on your situation, your specific situation, and the areas that you are considering buying, there are different loan programs for you. For example, if you're intending to buy a property in the 670s, thousands and above, you might consider buying a property with the jumbo, because you will be the first-time home buyer program might not be a good fit for you. The good news is that we have a jumbo loan that only requires that they will lend you 95% of the purchase price. You have to put 5% down, and it has no mortgage insurance. Now, a lot of people that are considering buying a property as a first-time home buyer, the FHA is a very attractive program that will lend you 96.5%, and they would have to come up with 3.5%. Now, can you buy a property with down payment assistance? The answer is yes. Now, if you want to avoid what is called mortgage insurance and you have 20% down, you are in that position, the conventional loan might be attractive to you. All right, so possibilities are endless. You know, we are direct lenders. We have actually 11 processors in-house and 5 underwriters. So make sure, so my guarantee to you is that you're going to be in good hands once to help you buy the property. Okay. Also, for our veterans, if you have served this country, I salute you and I thank you for fighting for our liberty. And the government rewards you as well by giving you what is called a VA loan, a veterans from the VA administration. This loan is very attractive to the veterans because number one, usually the closing cost is lower than many other programs out there. And it's also 100% financing, meaning no down payment necessary. And for those of you 62 years younger and above that have accumulated equity throughout the years and you want to tap in on some of that equity, there is a loan called the reverse mortgage. It's called a reverse mortgage because the bank is actually giving you money. You're not giving money to the bank. So call me for details on any questions that you might have. You can also submit your questions in the different channels that we have. Right now, I'll do my best to see how we answer those questions right after the webinar. All right. So what if you are a little bit pressed on cash and you want to buy? The good news is there is a down payment assistance program from the CalHAFA. This is called the CalHAFA. How does this work? The CalHAFA, technically, they can potentially give you 3 loans. The first loan will be for 96.5%. That is a typical first-time home buyer. Okay, so now the assistance comes in a form of a silent second. What is that? A second loan that will be carrying very minimum interest, which would be 2.5% interest rate. It's fully amortized. You don't have, when I say silent second, that means that you don't have to be making a monthly payment if you choose to. Okay, you can make the payment if you want to, continue bringing the balance down, but you're not obligated. Now, a lot of people say, well, Jerry, thank you so much. I really appreciate the assistance that I get from the state, but I mean, I need some help with the closing costs. Well, the CalHAFA can be combined with what is called a zero interest program. That's the third loan. They, depending on your FICO, I mean, if you have a 640 FICO, they can finance a third loan against the property, and the note has zero interest, hence the word SIP. Okay, so this is a super good program, okay? Super attractive program for a lot of people to get into homeowners, okay? Now, we also have what is called the Golden State program, and that one is for peace officers, sheriffs, border patrol, correctional officers, law enforcement, firefighters, school teachers. If you are in any of the professions that you see here on the screen, you can receive up to 3.5% free money. Free money you will never have to repay. That is the down payment assistance that you can gain from the state of California. And the good news about this program is you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. You could be a homeowner already intending to buy a property that is in a better area, bigger, and you don't want to let go of this other property. Guess what? You can become a homeowner through this program because you don't have to be a home buyer. Good or good? All right, it is only for owner occupied. That's the little catch, Don't think that you can use this as an investment strategy. The FICO required is 640, and with this program, you can buy a house, FHA, VA, even in some rural areas, conventional. So you have a lot of options. Now, when it comes to the home buying process, there are a lot of things to consider before you start the home buying process, specifically for the first-time home buyer. So there are 3 major factors that you have to know when it comes to applying for a mortgage with pretty much all of the lenders. Number 1, before you are given a mortgage, the majority of lenders, they want to see that you have a legal status. Especially if you're interested in applying for a down payment assistance, they're going to want to see that you are either a U.S. citizen, that you have a green card, that you have that you are a permanent resident. Some refugees can get them, people that have been granted asylum. Now, don't let this scare you. Even if you have no papers, give me a call, contact us, and let us look at the whole picture, okay? So now, if you are someone that came to this country and still doesn't have a legal status, we have different programs. We have the ITIN program, that is for people that don't have a social security, where they can lend you up to 80%. Yes, you have to save 20%, but guess what? This country still gives you the opportunity to realize the dream of home ownership. Good or good. You can buy single family residences, condos, and units. 2 to 4 units are okay. So you don't need a social. You're going to have to provide the ITIN letter or the card. And you can even buy properties that would not typically qualify with, like first time home buyer programs or conventional, because some condos might not qualify for many lenders. But with this program, you can buy what is called non-warrantable condos. Good or good? All right. The second factor that lenders look into borrowers is the income. All lenders want to see that you have the ability to repay. They want to see that your income is sourceable, is trackable. Different types of income are between W-2s if you are an employee, K-1s, that is if you have a corporation, whether it be a C, an S, Schedule E, if you own investment property, please report income on those if you want to use them to qualify. Okay, don't try to right. Okay, you get the point. Now, you can also prove income by providing 1099 INT, that is interest money. 1099G, if you are lucky in Vegas and you hit the jackpot, we can even use that income or other type of income as long as it's trackable and sourceable. Overtime, bonuses, second job, any income that you can show to the lenders is gonna help you qualify for a house. Even Social Security income. A lot of people don't know this. Now, what if you can't prove the income? You are self-employed. You came to this country with the dream. You're earning, you're not earning W-2 income. Guess what? There are programs called the bank statement loan program. Believe it or not, we have a 1 month bank statement, meaning show me your bank statement. If you have that kind of money, there are lenders out there that they will give you up to 75%. If you can prove, show between 12 to 24 months, there is another program that we have that will lend you up to 90% of the purchase price. And with no MI, you can even show business income to be able to qualify. So I don't need to see your tax returns. I don't need to see anything. I am not the IRS police over here, okay? So my job is not to judge you. My job is to help you get into a property. You can buy property up to $5 million. $5 million. As long as it's owner occupied, you can even buy a second house, investments, and you can buy even if you had a foreclosure in the past, short sale, bankruptcy, deed in lieu, no problem. Give us a call. You can buy single family townhouses and condos. Now, the third factor the lenders will look into you when you are trying to secure a mortgage is the credit. When it comes to credit, if you have a 580 FICO, we can get you into a property. If you have a 400 FICO, what we're gonna do is give you a plan so that you can boost your credit between 3 to 6 months. So now, what are the major factors in having a high FICO score? Number one, a lot of people don't know this. 35% of your FICO, whether it be 350 to 850, comes from making your payments on time. So if you want to have a good FICO, always make your payments on time. But what if you miss the payment? Can you still buy? Yes. Call me for details. Every case is different. Now, the other 30% of the FICO is how much you owe. Ideally, for example, if you have a credit card, the perfect role is for you to owe 10% or less. If you owe 10% or less, your FICO is going to be really high. Never go above 30% credit utilization, meaning if you have a credit card with a line of credit of $10,000, your goal is to owe 1,000 or below. Worst case scenario, $3,000. That is if you want to have a good FICO. The other 10% is credit mix. Lenders want to see that you're responsible with uh, student loans, mortgages, that you're responsible with your auto. The other is its length of history, meaning the longer you have had credit, the better your FICO will be. But what if you're, I don't know, 18 years old, have no credit? How can you have a FICO within a couple of weeks or 30 days or less? That is very simple. Find someone, your parent maybe, to add you to their credit card, even if you never take the credit card, and within 30 days, you can have a brand new FICO as long as your parents or whoever added you to your credit cards have a good credit. You can have a good FICO almost in less than 30 days. Good or good? Okay. So what if your FICO is even below 580? Can you still buy? And the answer is yes. Even if your FICO is at 550, you can buy today, okay, through an FHA program where they will lend you up to 90% of the purchase price. Good or good? Now, a lot of people, they have fears. Jerry, what if I lose my house? Or what if I lose my job and I can no longer keep the house? Well, the good news is that as a homeowner, once you own a property, if something catastrophic were to happen in your life, the lenders cannot take you out of the property for 6 months. Because after you stop making the payment for 90 days, the first document that they're going to record is called a notice of default. And 90 days later, if you still haven't remedied the situation, they will go ahead and record what is called the notice of trustee sale. So I don't know about you, but I would much rather be a homeowner and have 6 months to put my game together rather than be a tenant, don't have the ability to pay my rent, and 5 days later, which note am I going to be given? The 3-day notice to pay or quit. So I don't know about you, but I much rather prefer to be a homeowner and go through a hardship than being a tenant. Okay, repairs. A lot of people are afraid. Jerry, I am not, very handy. Me neither. Look, I'm a techie guy. I never had, worked in labor. But what can you do? When you buy a property, just get a good home warranty and renew it every year. And if something breaks in the property, just give them a call. They might ask you for a deductible, but they're going to take care of doing the repair, so you don't have to, okay? Now, a lot of people have another fear. What if I cannot continue making my payments? They are too high. Well, the good news is that when you buy a property, you can lock in your payment for 30 years. A lot of people, don't believe that they can afford it, but everything is possible if you put your head into it. Good or good? Okay, so if you are tired of having an annoying landlord telling you, you cannot do that, you cannot, hang those frames because it's going to destroy the paint. If you have tenants maybe downstairs, you have kids, you cannot control your kids, they start jumping and they complain. If you're tired of that, if you have a small place, or even if you're tired of your landlord increasing the rent when you live, especially when you live in a non-rent controlled area, then home ownership is the solution for you. So if you're looking for a bigger place where you want to have your kids to play, enjoy family gatherings, Thanksgiving, Christmas, or enjoy the pool, have a barbecue, do whatever you want to do in your house, then lose the fear, contact us so that we can guide you in the right path. Good or good? So, there is so much I can teach you in 30 minutes or less. And I don't like to discuss personal sensitive information over the social media, right? It's not wise. But if you want to book a consultation with us, we offer a 30-minute consultation where we can pretty much see over the phone the whole picture and book your appointment. It's free. Go to jerrytorres.pro/consult. And the first 5 people, not 10, 5 people that book a consult with me right after this webinar will receive a $25 gift card from Home Depot. Very good. So go to jerrytorres.pro consult, book a consult so that we can answer all of your questions. And that's it, folks. This is it for tonight. So thank you so much for spending this wonderful 30 minutes with us. And we hope to hear from you soon. Please leave your comments down below, leave me a review, and may God bless you.